Greetings, dear hearts. How are you? It's Miss D here on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, dear hearts. It's also Sunday, and I'm doing my warm up crafting before I get down to crafting. I thought I'd again invite you in on the warm up. Today, the warm up starts with let's clean the desk. Let's look at what Ms.D has to warm up with. Ooh wee. The desk is full, is full, is full, is full. And so before I can do anything, I must get the desk cleaned up. So I thought I'd chat with you. Definitely want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. You're my dear heart, so you're my Valentines. Um, I want to get down to crafting. I have a couple things I want to work with today. One is a Valentine's something. One is collage in my book. And so I want to get this desk organized a little bit so I can do that. Got all kinds of bits and pieces on the desk from crafts I've been doing all week. And I'm going to just do that. Oh, look what I just found. It's my Acrylic April book from last year, 2020. Acrylic April is coming up. In case you don't know what that is, that's when we take 30 days of April and we do some acrylic painting. This is my book from last year. Want to look through with me a little bit? It's so nice to see it as I'm prepping to participate in that challenge again. Is that upside down to you? Some of the things we worked on last year. You know, I've only been painting, 3 years now, so Acrylic April is a great time for me. I thought I did that pretty well, that little ladybug and the dandelion. The beginning of the coronavirus, that was what came up for me. The mask. Just taking images and prompts from the art Sherper. That one's hard to see. But it's a bird. And there's a bird that we did with the art Sherper. The little chickens and the eggs. Acrylic April was really cool for me. She had lots of good things that we were learning to paint. My little geisha girl. I like that bird. It seems to be on every page, and the little ladybug. Yeah, that was pretty cool to come across that. I guess I'm getting ready. I loved these bubbles. This book kind of helps me get inspired. So in the warm-up today, it's really nice to see this. Some of the things that I did last year for Acrylic April. This was pretty cool. The little pig. We'll see what I got this year. Hopefully I'll do better. The birds were cool. Yeah, just to flip through my Acrylic April in the warm-up today. Still getting my skills together. And painting with the Sherpa really helped get that. That's pretty cool. And then just some papers I was doing some gel print on. Little collaging. Really cool, really cool. So I made the journal. Today I would kind of want to make a journal again to get ready for Acrylic April. Maybe do a different spin. Black History Month. I was working on body forms. I really think over this year I've gotten better at some of these things. These jelly prints, I love those. Maybe I'll pull one of these out today and use them. It's pretty cool. Oh, I really like that. I was playing with some collaging. I used the jelly print. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm flipping through kind of fast now. Gotta work on get this desk done. Don't want to get this too distracted, so let me stop there. Oh, wow. Remember working on faces. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Coolness, coolness, coolness. A fail. All right. Oh. I worked in my acrylic April book all the way up to the end of the year. That was my little something I did for Christmas. I made this journal actually out of a paper bag. Really cool. So let's put that away somewhere kind of neat. I'll leave it kind of close because I'm going to use it for inspiration for creating what I'm going to do this year for a journal. Oh, down to some things I'm doing recently. Still working on my girls, making faces and hair for my girls. That's a profile shot. I'm getting pretty good at that kind of thing. Sorry about the glare. I've got to figure out the lighting in here. Yeah, it's a little pamphlet I just been playing in. So I might want to stitch that together today as I'm not going to clean this bowl out. I'm going to use these scraps and bits, maybe do a little collage and get rid of these little itsy pieces. Sketching, learning. Yeah. Oh, old-time Valentines. Malcolm, if you're out there, still think about you. Maybe you'll get in my Valentine's Day creation today. Okay, so that's getting down to stuff I can do right away today. Pull out some new paints. Interesting what all ends up on this desk. I was pulling some things out to craft with and the desk got loaded. So I'm just going to reorganize a little bit and try to use these things today. Got some images out of a book, images out of a magazine. Yeah, use those for backgrounds. Stick this one over here. Okay. Just some paper to make little journals out of. I have a couple of those I need to finish. Seems like I'll start making a little book every session I have. You see that? Thing's falling off so much. Texture paper. Okay. All kinds of things on the desk. Oh, this is pretty paper. Some of this we're going to use today. This is what happens when you have a desk full. You end up with stuff on the floor. Okay. Bits and pieces. Ooh, a tag. Okay. Vellum bag. See if we can use some of these things today. That's what I want to do, is use all these little bits that ended up on the desk. I've been trying to keep them a little more organized in these little baggies so that when I come in, I don't have to do so much to get started. But this is my warm-up. Gives me a chance to look at things I could use. The journal I've been using on warm-up Sundays. I think we did this one last week when I was playing with during the week. Came from that RV that I told you my son-in-law to be and my daughter bought at an auction in used to belong to a crafter, and so she had all these journals she started, and I just been going through, playing with the pages. She was a great little crafter. So if out of a negative a good could come, I hope she could see that there was a fellow crafter that ended up with all that stuff in full bloom. This is me and my sisters. We were doing a Zoom call last week. We have a little investment group called Sister Shares, and just something that came up after talking to them. So I'm going to try to do a page in here today, and definitely a Sunday do a page in my devotional journal. Yeah, I'm going to do these two this morning. I'll put them right over here so I can see them. All right, all right. Tag. Can end up. Do a couple tags. Leave those close. Some pages. And images. I'm going to use those things that I stick over here today. I'm going to try to use those. Does your craft desk get as full as mine? I tell you, it's hard for me because I don't like a lot of clutter, but since I've been doing the junk journal making, I collect a lot of papers. And so it's a new something I'm trying to get used to. Some background pages, words. I really want to make a little journal for words and images that I keep cutting out and finding. Have a place to put those. Okay, trying to get all the big pieces together. Some images I was playing with, planning on using. Did a little fussy cutting. That kind of thing needs a spot to itself. So I'm going to have to create one. All right, I can almost see my way to this little box over here to the side is where I keep my little itty bitties that I work on. Here's one of my favorite new things. Since it's Valentine's Day, let's say one of my things to love is a water bucket for when I'm painting. It's something I saw Virginia Cook, the art stripper's mother, using for keeping your brushes clean while you're doing acrylic painting. Pretty cool little thing. So it's two pieces. The water's in the bottom, and I can just take my brushes and clean them off in the water, and then do that little scrape. That's so helpful when you're painting. New love that thing. Okay, little bits. Here we're getting close to the stuff board today. Valentine's Day. I wanted to use that and make up something today, and thought I'd make a little journal. This was something I was eyeing, and just gonna pull the things that were kind of loose over there. Found these little file folders and the stuff from the van. It's a good place to put images while I'm waiting to work on them. So I have papers in this one. I think I put images in the second one. And that takes up some of the clutter and organize it. And at the end of my session, I can put them in my file drawer over there. So let's do that. Some cards can be used today while we're scrapping. All right. Not taking as long as I thought. All these little itty bits I'm going to try to use today. Little cardboard. Okay. So I'm going to say anything that's on the desk is usable today. Okay. I'm going to figure out what we're going to do with these little images. Maybe until I make the little book, put them in that file folder. Because I don't think I'm going to use these images today. Just hold those right there. Hopefully I'll create a little journal form. Little bits of paper we're going to use or throw away today. Something from the RV is could be a book cover. This is some of her work. Little busy for me, but I'm holding it because I may resurface it and try to do something out of her stuff. This I'm going to hold out and maybe make a little journal for holding those images. So I'm just going to fold it down and keep it close. Okay. Images. Stuff that I could use today. Backgrounds. Pages already fold. Book pages. I'm going to try to use these little itty bitties up today. Paper napkins, good for collaging. Got a good pile growing there. Page for if I get to a journal. Making images I've used during the week. All right. Depends on how big of a journal I make if I'll get to use this. Put those together. We're going to call that trash. Itty bitties. I keep itty bitties pieces in this bowl. And that's about as clean as that gets because I am always creating itty bitties. Was looking at a painting tutorial today, yesterday actually, and was practicing what I saw. These are some of my creations. The painting with Michelle, the painting sip, she was doing the background and the bird and this flower and then the images of the people I put on and what she was doing. I'm going to try to use those somewhere. Ooh, good. Found some more stuff for Valentine's Day. This page I cut. Okay. Looking pretty good. That was pretty easy. Okay. These things I may use today, so I'll keep them over here. Backgrounds. Yep. Stencils. You have a home, so let's put you in your home. All right, look at that. I can see the desk. These are the things we want to play with. Let's make a Valentine's Day something. this is what we're going to use for sure. The other things I'll probably use after I do the warm-up here. We're going to do a Valentine's warm-up together. Okay. So that can be over here. All right. I think I'll pull out some new brushes today to use. Things I want to keep close because I'm going to use today. We make a journal. We'll have some pages. And I think what I'll do is be smart and put these in the baggie. Keeps them a little neater. These images we'll put in the baggie. Keeps it a little more organized, but close enough that I can pull them. Cut that out. Okay, that looks pretty good. Don't need it totally clean as we're fixing to craft. This is all a part of the warm-up, is creating the space, getting loose, getting ideas as I play with some of the materials that I have and been using all week. So, T-square, corner square. Oops. What happens is I keep these little bits thinking I'm going to use them. So today, if I don't use them in this session, I'm going to let those go. Okay. Canvas that I was practicing backgrounds on. Isn't it pretty? I made collage on that today. And that's looking pretty good. Stamp. Put that right here. I'm going to use that, I'm sure, in this session. Are you all warmed up, dear hearts? I am. So the first thing I want to do, as I'm still in the warm-up, is I had found this little box today in going through organizing, and I love little boxes and things like that, and so I thought I'd try to make it something I can use for the desk for organizing little things like when I cut out words and little images. So I'm going to leave the box pretty much as it is, but the bottom of it is a little plain, so I thought I'd cut off a piece of paper, background paper or something, and put it in the bottom just so it's a little prettier. And since we need to use this, as it's one of the things we just got off the desk, why not use that for the bottom? I'm just going to trace around it. I'm going to cut 2 at a time because I like the shape of it. Do you have a method for cleaning off your desk, your warm-up? What does your warm-up look like? Down below in the comments. Let me know what you do for a warm-up. Or do you just dive in? I find that I need a little warm-up before I start crafting to get ideas together and just get really into the mood of letting my creative juices flow, because I mostly do intuitive journaling and crafting. What comes up in me naturally is what I really want to do in my craft room. So I have the 2 pieces. Let's see how that works out. Yep. And I'm just going to set it in the bottom. Don't care to decorate it or anything. Just put a little color in the bottom of the box. Now that's really good for holding little things that get done. It might even be better than this bowl for my pieces, like the words. Place for it now. Or better yet, this ribbon and stuff takes up a lot. I think I'll hold off on that and get some of this material into this little box. I think I'll like that a little bit better. Yeah, it holds more. Ooh. It doesn't need any decorating, right? I could paint off where it says wine stopper. Just leave the flowers. I think I'll do that. Just going to paint the decorative wine stopper words out. And to make the paint look even, I'm going to do a paint around the edges. Do you do that? I call it upcycling. Oops, got one of those dots out. Boxes and things, I'll try to repurpose them. I have this thing about glass and boxes that I'm just so attracted to them. So I've been trying to keep the craft room more organized. So now I'm trying to make sure I find a real purpose for things, or I have to let it go. So I got lucky. I got a purpose for this box. I think it's so cute. I'm not trying to do too much to it, but just get those words off it. Okay, that was good. Put my finger right in wet paint. That's how you know you're getting warmed up, when you start getting paint on you. right. And then I saw a couple words in the inside, but I don't want to, because I'm doing it with the stuff in it. I don't know that I want to paint the inside. So, in order to get more scraps out of the bowl and out of getting the scraps off the bowl and out off the desk, I'm just going to cut a piece of this old book page maybe and glue that around the side. Just take it to cover those words. This is a really old book page. It's cracking in my hands as I fold it. Not trying to be too perfect. Just to cover it up. Could have put some lace. Could have been good. That feels like I'm doing a whole lot. And I'm just gonna tack that down. When it gets dry, I may put some lace over the top of it. Or what it could have been cool with some washi tape. Just taking the words, covering up the words that are here on the inside. I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. This is that art glitter glue. It dries pretty fast, pretty nice. Okay. One little corner looks a bit forgotten. There we go. So we have our nice pretty bottom. And the sides. And I got to save this cute little box. That don't warm you up. What will? We're going to keep our fabric, our snippets, little pieces of fabric in there. That looks good to me. Cool. And the bowl is getting more empty. And hopefully I can use it all up today. I want to cover this as I think I'm going to do some painting. Just put a little something on my plastic so I can paint freely. Love this. All right. So I have a piece of this paper from the dollar store. I actually like it when I use some of it in some background. But it is good little something to cover the desk when I'm painting. I think I'm going to flip it over and then I can still use it after I get done painting, and we'll have all kinds of color in the inside. This isn't that contact sticky one. It's just regular craft paper that they had in there in the dollar store. And I have been using it for backgrounds and tags and whatnot. Cover the desk when I'm painting. It looks like that roll's just about done. Oh, I got a few more times I can use it. Starting to feel good and warmed up, dear hearts. So I flip it over to the non-pattern side. And that'll give me a drop cloth. Tack that down just a little bit. A little masking tape. I made some hearts. Can you see that? On this tape that I wanted to use in a project for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to save this piece. And maybe put some decoupage on it and try to work it into a tag or a journal page that I'm going to do for Valentine's Day. All right. felt like a good warm-up. So now that we're all warmed up, let's do one little project together, and then I'm gonna let you go. Something for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna add some more pages to this and make it a little booklet to do journaling in. So those pages that I had left over, and something to write on would be good. And I'm just going to try to get this piece to be the same size as this, and I'm just going to cut that and use random pieces of paper in the journal. It's really funny. Where's my little paper cutter? I don't see the one I was looking for. One thing I don't have a shortage of is paper cutters. So, not looking for perfection, but, you know, kind of neat. Slip that in between these two. Okay. And then some graph paper. Can you see that? And tag paper, different pad paper out of the paper pad. Do the same kind of thing. Give a rough idea if this is going to work. Just adding pages to this little booklet. Those are two different sizes, so do it this. There we go. That's better. We want to fold this way. And get the height. That's the beauty to me of the junk journal, is you don't have to have all that perfectionism. So I can do little journals really quickly. Add pages and whatnot. I got like that end. That yellow looks a little long. That's in there. I like leave that there. I like that. And then same. I think I moved that on that cut. I did. Oops, there's that bone. Hold on, dear hearts. Oh, that was my daughter wishing me a happy Valentine's Day. So I took time to do that. So what I think I'm going to do is stitch this book up, bind it a little bit, and do a tag for it as our thing we do together. So I showed binding last week. It's really simple. It's nothing hard. You take your awl, excuse me. You just make holes. 3 holes. I don't even measure on these little things that I just throw together. I just put one in the center. And then I leave some space from the end and go in maybe a ½ an inch or so. And what I do like to do is stop it from moving, keep the pages even. And then I just go in about a ½ an inch or so and make another hole. And then the same on the other side. Leave a ½ an inch or so and make a 3rd hole. Just make sure that that didn't do too much moving. Trying to see if I have something that'll fit all the way in the hole. Keep the pages together. Yeah. Then I make that last hole. Make sure I got everything lined up the way I want it. I think I'm going to leave that just like that. And just make that hole. These pages are pretty thick, so I got to put a little pressure. And there it comes out. Then it's just a simple thing to take some thread, jute, rope, floss, and bind it. So you really want it about double to 3 times the size of your book. And again, this week I don't have my little needle here. And so I'm going to do it without it. I do want to make sure that I keep that little needle here so you guys can see me do it proper. That looks like it's going to be next week because I don't see it right handy. No, I don't. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and bind it up by sending the thread through the holes. Can you see those holes? When I can see through to the other side, I know all the pages are even. And just pull the thread all the way through. And then I'm going to go through the top. You can put some tape on the end if you have a lot of fraying or something that goes on. That'll help you have a pointed edge if you don't have a needle. It's not a complicated process. Next time, maybe next week even, I'll make sure I have my needle so you can see me do it properly. But there's always more than one way to skin a cat. In case you don't have all or the whole kit, you still can bind your books. And I really like doing these little books and pamphlets, and pull that through. Then we're going to come back through the middle. No, I'm going to go through the bottom. And then pull that all the way through. Oops, oops. Pulled it out. I'm fighting that one. What is going on with that? So I'm going to make sure the hole is lined up. And send it through. Not getting it enough to push it all the way through. Oh, wow. Come on, baby. This is where the needle would have been so much better. Really struggling with that one. The hole is a little tight. There we go. It's coming through. Come on through. I'm just going to make this hole really big. There's no way I'm going to miss this time, guys. There we go. And make sure it's tight enough, because I'm going to send this back through this middle hole, and we'll be done. Just make sure the hole is big enough. I'm really paying for not having the needle today. But the one thing I don't do is give up. So I'm going to make sure the hole is nice and big since I am struggling. The further you go up the awl, the bigger your hole gets. Now that's a big hole. There's no way I'm going to miss that. There we go. And I'm going to make sure one side of my rope is on either side of the center string. Pull it pretty taut. Make sure it's tight enough in the inside. And I'm going to knot that off. And there we have it. We have our book bound. I'm going to double knot that. So there's no way it's going off. And you can cut these strings or you can leave them and have a charm or something hang on them. And I think I'm going to leave mine on. And your book is bound. Did I put those pages on upside down? Let's see, let's see. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, what I'm going to do is with you, do our Valentine's Day page. And then I'm going to let you go. So, I was thinking, because I'm still cleaning up the papers and things I have on the desk, that we use a book page. And make a pocket and a tag. And I really was thinking of getting real creative and make a shaker card. Let's see. I want to do something Valentine Day. I'm going to play with that shaker card and I'll show you next week if that works out. So let's put it all back. Valentine's Day something. Let's decorate a page. Just trying to see where I want to decorate. That could be pretty. Here's a nice big page. Okay. That's just so basic, right? Too basic for me. see what else I have that could work with our theme. Because I want to use some of this stuff that was found from the RV. I think I'm going to use this card and turn it into this belly, not belly band, but pocket, and turn it into our page embellishment. This is what the her name was Cassie, I believe, the lady that owned the RV where we found all the crafts. She made this, and I'm gonna further embellish it for Valentine's Day. So I want to get the edge a little bit tighter. So I'm going to cut it. Straighten it up a little bit. That looks pretty good. And I like red for Valentine's. Let's put it on this side and let's kind of center it. And we can use the tuck. Yeah. So let's center that. Trim up the edges. Let's give it some corners. That looks good. And I'm going to glue that down right about there. But get to put the pin back into this glue, it always closes up. And I think I'm going to leave the top where I can slide something in the top. I was really thinking about the side, but kind of got carried away and already glued that side. I want to wipe that down when I get finished. Okay. And got a little glue on me, a little glue on the card. Wipe that down just a little bit. Okay, now let's make this my own by doing a little more embellishing. Oops, got black paint on that. Clean that up. And now I want to use the paint. Let's make a frame. On one of the pages. This is a plain Jane page. Let's paint the edges. So the next time we get ready to craft, it'll be ready. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it perfect. Just give me a starting point instead of a blank page. Loosen the paint up a little bit. That'll give us a starting point. I'm feeling pretty warmed up, dear hearts. Let's go over here and finish your Valentine's Day page. Put a little something to keep the pages separated and from drying on each other. Want to put a little color on this baby. A little brown skin. And let's do his hair too. Let's give him a little texture hair. Turn him into an afro baby. That looks a little big. Find a little bit smaller brush. Give him a little rub. Clean it up a little bit. Oh, I got my head all in your way, huh? Cute. Darken the skin up a little bit more. Trying to darken them up. Might have went too far right there. We'll see. See this, that was tea dye distress, and this one is vintage photo. I just want to see if it's a little darker. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. Make the baby Afro-American, okay? Black, he reflects me. Okay. Then we wanna, it's Valentine's Day. Let's take this heart that's right here and red it up pretty good. This is called Upcycling a Junk Journal. Repurposing a junk journal. And I'm going to spend a lot of time doing this year since I have so many of the journals from that big RV score. That's cute. That's cute. And, you know, I don't like to waste anything. So I'm going to try to utilize this red paint that's on the brush. And get some trim around these hearts. Let's see what we got. Did that work out? Got hearts for the future, and we have some edges trimmed up. Okay. I think that heart would look really pretty with a little gold around it. the heart right here. So let's kick that up one more notch. Let's put some gold around there. The whole warming up has really turned on my creative juices. I'm feeling good, getting creative. Using the upcycle of the old journals. It's a good way to warm up and make these journals my own. That's pretty. Pretty pretty. Okay. And a little bit of the gold around here. Tie it in. I like that. Go around these edges too. It has been finished with like vintage photo around the edges, and with this gold coming on top of that, it has the smoke but shimmery. Look, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Can you see that? See that shine and shimmer? Nice. Now, that's looking pretty good. Something to go in the little pocket. That would be pretty. Doesn't need too much more than that. And I'll trim the edges. Let's make it a journal spot. We'll take those hearts, trim those with a little gold. Pretty pretty. There we go. That's beautiful. Let's give it a little edge. A bit of glue. I'm not going to put too much on the background, kind of lighten the page up. Because this page feels a little dark. So I kind of want to lighten it up a little bit. I think the gold and the red lightens it up. What are you thinking, dear hearts? Kind of pretty, kind of pretty. I think I'll save that for the next page. Let's see. Has material. Let's find some words. Have an open heart. There we go. That's good for Valentine's Day right off the bat. Blitz that up just a little bit. There was some purple on there that darkened it. Pretty cute. All right, dear hearts. Page for you. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for warming up with Ms.D. See you soon.